What's good, Internet Land? Welcome back to Tavern Takes. Time to let the hate begin. Anyways, hi guys, how you doing? As you know, real quick, hi, I'm DJ. That's Mando. That's Dravo. We're gonna talk
We
about
here.
we're gonna talk about Helldivers and the situation that's happening now.
Ah!
So, real quick, Brandon, give the people a rundown. What is happening with Arrowhead and
So
Helldivers and
so
Sony?
so Sony is fucking everyone once again. Big surprise. Basically now if you're on PC or have a Steam account, you have a by I think it was like what 31st,
Yeah.
New players on the May 6th now have to log into a PSN account. But anyone who's had Helldivers before then, by May 30th up until June 4th, you need a mandatory PSN account. And if you do not have one logged in by June 4th, you don't have access to Helldivers 2 anymore. Essentially, if you don't have a PSN account, you can't play the game anymore.
And that's the uproar right now of like, we've already had the game for 3 months. And now Sony's gonna come out and say, by the way, you need to have an active PSN account linked. Like it's fucking stupid. Before I start popping off, Mando here was a little vocal in the Discord about this when this all went down. Talk to the people. What are you thinking right now?
I mean, I don't think it's necessary by any means. I feel like they're gonna lose a lot of people. It's kind of stupid, honestly. Like, all I can think is like Sony keeps trying to be cool and have a player base, but they fucking suck at it and haven't been good at it since the PS2 era. So, whatever they were doing then, they need to go back to doing that because they're like moldy cheese right now, bro. It's not good.
Dude, I haven't really given a fuck about any of those gaming corporations for the longest time. Even when I was mainly Xbox, I was like, well, as soon as I can, I'm switching to PC anyway, because PC is where it's at. And
That's right.
I don't trust them, and especially Sony, especially because their security is as bad as Facebook's. They're the Facebook of gaming. Any sort of leak has happened, and it's happened multiple times. You can say, oh, well, leaks happen everywhere on any platform, but dude, Sony has had a huge more amount of leaks than anywhere I've seen, at least publicly. We even have list that someone in the reviews kindly provided right here.
It's like, Sony, you've been around for a very long time. How do you not have your shit together? Okay, like, and you're not only a like one of the big three for console gaming, but also you are a game launcher and a game developer, and you don't have security down pat. And as you saw in this fun little review, that somebody dated when they had leaks.
Some of these leaks are huge.
Like hundreds upon thousands of terabytes of people's personal information now leaked to the world, and you don't know what they're going to do with that information.
Another problem with doing it to a game like Helldivers 2, this game lives based off its community and the amount of people actually fucking playing the game.
Yeah.
Now there's plenty of people out there that have a PC and don't have a PSN account, and they're not going to make a PSN account. That gets rid of a player base right there. There's plenty of people that can't make a PSN account, as you've talked about earlier, in certain parts of the world.
Yeah, there are countries that have no access, like, especially in Africa. The entirety of Africa do not have PSN support, so they can't make accounts.
Real quick, somewhere on the stream, put up this other lovely review that somebody left behind, where they said, great game, poor choice. I'm one of those who can't even make a PSN because they live in a place where PSN is not supported. It should have been communicated better, more clear. The requirement of PSN should have been in a place where it could have been easily seen and should have clearly stated that it was not optional. Like I said, game is great, but I can't and don't want to support this. And that's the hard part of like this dude and this community of people who live in a place that's not PSN supported.
Sorry, Joel, start planning for your game to have a fifth of its current players at most.
But as I was saying, now that these people that aren't in PSN supported countries have lost money, have lost money because they spent money on the game on PC, and now Sony says you need to have a Sony account in an area where Sony's not supported.
And you can't even do VPNs either, because if Sony catches you signing yourself to a country you don't live in, you're getting banned by the TOS.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and hell, our lovely compadre here, Mando, he bought the game for 2 of his other friends, so he's out even more money.
And it's all like, I'm gonna be like, because if you guys don't get the PSN account, I don't blame you for not getting it. But then I don't have. It's a fucking player PVE, like group of friends based game. God damn it! And if I don't have that, why the fuck would I play it?
And I know a lot of people are probably thinking, "Oh, dude, just create a burner email for it." It's like I don't want it to go through the process of creating a burner email account.
That's another thing I have to then remember for if something goes wrong with that account. Then I have to access that burner account, and I have to have it written down somewhere. You know, it's just a whole bunch of extra steps.
It's not even that. Even burner accounts, even with leaks, if it were to get leaked, there is still a chance that something personal could get leaked, even with burner accounts.
If it's on the same computer as my other accounts, then yeah, of course there's a chance.
Of course. So it's like those are not safe either.
So get extra fucked. I don't know. Suck a dick. So that's.
Then I got into this debate with the whole like. Some people are on the fence. I'm on the fence of I don't know if I should be for it or against it. I got into this with one of my coworkers where he was adamantly like, "Well, it says at the buy screen that you're gonna have to link your account," and like, but they didn't say it was mandatory. Then he tried to throw out there the comparison of you have to do the same thing with Ubisoft Connect. If you play like say Uno through Steam, it still launches through Ubisoft Connect.
In which people already hate having to do that anyway.
Yeah, dude, Ubisoft Connect is also
annoying. Brandon forcibly fixed my Ubisoft Connect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just so we can play Uno together. Just so we can play Uno together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid.
And that's what I hate. Like, I don't want to, because I have no affiliation with PlayStation. I don't want to have to create a PSN account to play one fucking game. That is stupid. A game that I've already been playing for months. So it kind of sucks that all that time and effort that we put into this game now just goes to waste.
Yeah, over 100 hours. I think I'm reaching 150, and it's been a good 150. This game is so fun, and it was why it stings to say that I'm more than likely. I'm saying like 90%. Before it was like 80. Now I'm 90% sure I am not making a PSN account for this shit. Especially with everything. What?
Sorry.
Especially with everything that I'm seeing and online, I'm reading all this stuff. I'm just like, bro, there's no way. Sony is shooting Arrowhead in the foot. Not even them, because they're not being affected by this. Arrowhead is.
Dude, like this is. I hate to say it. As of this recording, audience, it hasn't even been 24 hours yet, and there's thousands upon thousands of bad reviews on the game of people uninstalling it. I'm gonna pull up one more now that you mentioned Arrowhead. I got one more in the tank after this one. But this lovely gentleman or lady or whoever said, I bought this game on Steam with the intention of playing it on Steam. I do not, nor will I ever have a PlayStation account. Forcing players to link or be banned from the game months after its launch is unacceptable. I would refund this if I had the opportunity to do so. Honestly, absurd behavior from Arrowhead. Because as you said, Arrowhead is going to catch the backlash from this. Sony is not. They're still going to be they're still going to be racking in billions.
Yeah, because they're the fucking publisher. They're not the devs. And when people see something like this, they'll immediately go to blame the devs. And which sucks because I see in like Discords and in videos, even on Twitter, the devs and even the CEO have been responding whenever they can because they're just getting bombarded. The Helldivers Discord is on fire right now. There's just constant messages of people being so pissed. And
as they should be.
Yeah, and they should. So they're catching all the heat right now.
And I feel bad for the moderators in those channels because I
can't quote them right now, but I'm going to be putting them up on the screen for everyone to see whatever messages I can find of them devs and what they're saying. It's absolutely heartbreaking, especially since the CEO made a tweet saying if anyone has any questions or concerns about this, he literally just links PlayStation support, because they got nothing to do with this. It's all Sony. They're literally putting it all on Sony, and that's, you know what, that's fair because it is Sony. Even the patch is signed by Sony, not Arrowhead.
But that's that's one downside of like they could link it to Sony, but at the end of the day, they're gonna be the ones that are catching hell.
Well, of course, it's not gonna help.
I can definitely see what Sony was trying to do. Now, this is not me advocating for this stupid, abhorrent decision. I think this was the most moronic thing you can do. But I also get it. You see this constant increasing number of continuous player base, and it's only growing more and more and more, from new players to players that have been playing since day one. You two, and then a huge community outreach. Like that community runs deep, for whether you love the game or you just really hate Joel and you want to beat whatever he puts in front of you. And they saw an opportunity. They went, hey, let's increase our PSN our PSN player count. You now have to have a PSN account. They saw an opportunity there. Not the right place, though. Not the right place.
Nope.
And I know they keep citing that this has been a thing since the beginning, but at the time it was optional. Now you're making it mandatory, and because of this mandatory change, you're going to be cutting off thousands of players. Now, probably even more, because I know, like me, a lot of PC players are not going to make an account for this.
You're already holding the game over Xbox players' heads. That's already one thing.
And now there's no chance of this happening now. There's no chance that Xbox is getting it now because of this.
There's no chance that Xbox is getting it, and now you're just snatching it away from PC players who have already been playing it. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking, well, it's not that hard, just make a PSN account. I get it. I know it's probably very simple to make a PSN account, but it's the fact that I shouldn't have to. I've gone 3 months without needing to make a PSN account. Hell, I've gone all my life without having to make a PSN account.
Yeah.
Why do I need to make one now for this one game?
Like,
we're gamers.
Like, if they wanted to do something like this, why not just make it so you need a PSN account to crossplay, even though that is also moronic and just stupid, because many other games don't require this thing. But this could have really just lightened the impact. I would have been fine, because I barely play with crossplay on anyway, because it just requires more CPU power on my PC's part. But still, like, there's so many things they could have done, but they went for worst case scenario.
I'm gonna read one more review that I have.
I wonder if there's gonna be enough negative backlash from this that they just like, all right, never mind, shit. Okay.
No, so Sony will never go, all right, never mind, we take it back. They will see it through and write it out.
And honestly, I've never seen Sony back out from something like this. I've seen Xbox and Microsoft back out from bad decisions, but not Sony.
I haven't even seen Wizards of the Coast back off from poor decisions.
Yeah, that's
right. I got one more review that I'm going to read from this lovely human being. I find it extremely dishonest to mandate account linking 3 months after the release of the game. I have no interest in registering for a PlayStation Network just to play one game. Just to play a game I paid for on PC. Yeah. And I see their point of, like, I paid for it on PC, not on PlayStation. I have the intention of playing it on my PC, not on a PlayStation. Why do I need to have a PlayStation account on my PC to play a game that I paid for and play on PC?
Seriously, I'm on PC because I don't want to play consoles and make an account, pay subscriptions every month. This is the reason. I fucking hate these corporations, man.
It's such dark, like, bullying doctrine. And once again, Sony's never gonna back down. I hate to say it, for those that think that there's a chance that Sony backs down and reverses their decision. No. They will ride out this decision no matter what. Because again, it doesn't really affect them in the long run. It's going to affect Arrowhead. So if/when this game's player base completely fucking drops, Sony moves on and they're completely unaffected, and they still won't change the policy. Arrowhead, on the other hand, now has to suffer.
Yeah. And I know that the CEO said they're going to continue to try to provide a fun gaming experience in spite of all this backlash, but most of the player base, or a huge chunk of it is not going to experience it because of this.
Like, I'm looking forward to just playing as much as I can up until I see that sign-in screen. And the only solace that I have now is, I just freed up about 80 gigs on my hard drive. Time to go install something else.
Yeah, I mean, if anything changes, like if a miracle happens and they do backtrack, you will see another video of us addressing it. But until then, this is our stance. This is what we feel. We're a little frustrated, as you can tell. This is more like a rant than anything.
Just go back to being cool, Sony. Do what you did like 20 years ago.
You know what? Fuck it. Screw Helldivers. Let's go to play Starship Troopers Extermination.
There we go.
There we go.
Go back to the source.
Well, other than that, I hope for the best for Arrowhead because you guys work so hard. I hope for the best for Joel. I know Joel's probably sitting there like, where'd all my friends go?
I bet those guys are in tears right now, seeing just how upset the entire community of their player base is.
Because
I would be too.
Because everyone had their back. Well, almost everyone. This last update, when they did a bunch of nerfs,
they had Game of the Year coming their way.
They did, and sure, this last update did piss off people because of some of the nerfs they did. But now with this, oh my god.
If I was Arrowhead, I'd be sobbing my eyes out right now because it's like, hey, in one fell swoop, the entire community hates me for something that was completely out of my control, but somehow it's still my fault, and there's nothing I can do.
Doesn't Sony have their own gaming awards now because they suck at everything?
Yep.
Yeah, they gave Spider-Man Game of the Year because it didn't win it at the awards ceremony.
So the Sony Game of the Year?
Sony Game of the Year is stupid, sad.
That's what Helldivers 2 will get. Helldivers 2 will get Sony Game of the Year.
That's why I just feel bad for the devs because they're being they're having the blame finger pointed at them for something that they can't do and they're completely out of their control and there's no way they can fix it. So it's just you got to roll with the punches. Hate to tell you, but we got to be wrapping up this little.
Sign with Microsoft.
What?
They should break their contract with Sony and sign with Microsoft.
Well, Microsoft is probably standing there like, we got you, but we got to wait for your contract to end, but we will buy you like we buy everybody else.
We'll buy you. We'll make the game great again. They'll
But-
release it on Xbox and all the Halo players will come out.
We
There you
need the
go.
ODSTs.
Yeah. They got experience.
But I think this is a good spot to end it off on. One last time around the table. I'm gonna miss you, Helldivers, if nothing changes. You were fun. You were so much fun. But just know, we know it's not you. We know it's Papa Sony. So there's that. Mando, final words to the people.
I think I'm going to throw my PS3 out the window.
In protest, yes.
Riot.
Then Brandon.
Yeah, same fucking Helldivers too. It was fun, and I'm probably gonna still play you up until the last moment. But like, damn, Sony.
You took down another good train. But by the way, ladies and gentlemen, leave a comment down below. Tell us what you think about this entire situation. Are you affected by this? Do you not care? Are you in a place where you can't even have a PSN account? Because we know we got some demographic out there, and I want to know. But until then, ladies and germs, we will see you guys later in the next one. Bye-bye.